My guy definitely ain't playing. David Benavidez is set to move up to light heavyweight for his next fight and will face Alexander Gvozdky in June for the WBC interim belt and mandatory position for the winner of Beterbiev versus Bivol, the WBC president Mauricio Sulaiman has announced. Now, in one sense, I think that's a very good fight. It's a very good fight. And I'm glad to hear it's a very, very good fight. But in another sense, I'm kind of a bit like, because now, well, now it's likelihood he's not going to face Canelo at all. And I'm sure Canelo is probably, thinking, whew, oh boy, that's one less thing to worry about. So we can count his name out for a Canelo fight in 2024. But him against Gvozdyk is a very good fight, going straight in for an interim title to become mandatory for the winner of Beterbiev Bivol. So basically, you're going to be mandatory. You're going to fight a very good fighter in Gvozdyk. Very good fighter. I mean, he is still, again, I don't mean this in a way to take away from Gvozdyk or anything like that. I don't mean it in this way. But the light heavyweight division is so thin on the ground that Gvozdyk could retire in 2019, come back in 2022, I think it was, and pretty much, other than the champions, be the next best guy, arguably. That just shows how thin on the ground light heavyweight is. Someone like Benavidez coming up from 168, and expect other guys, the Calaplants of the world maybe as well, to move up, because they're going to look at 175 and think, Dan Aziz, Lyndon Arthur, Anthony Yard. Yeah, we fought harder at 168. I really think that. Going straight in and looking to face the winner of that fight, I mean, fair play for either guy. May the best man win. I would be picking Benavidez personally, but I think at 175, I mean, this guy's going to be an absolute beast at that weight, because honestly, Benavidez at super middle, you're just like, how can you physically do that weight? Because you're absolutely massive at that weight. Now he's at 175 pounds, or will be come what June. I think we're going to see. This guy has a good work rate. So this guy's going to be an absolute, God only knows, at 175. And him against Gvozdyk to challenge the winner of Beterbiev Bivol. If it is, we'll say Beterbiev again. Say Beterbiev beats Bivol. Honestly, him against Benavidez, that is a, oh boy. That really could mean that even if light heavyweight is a bit thin on the surface, the best fighting the best in that division is pretty much a guaranteed boom fireworks. That's what I'm saying. Listen, I like Benavidez. I'm glad in a way he's moved up to light heavyweight, because I did wonder about him at super middle. How long could he do it? I do want to see him against Canelo. I do. That's just something I want to. I just love that fight. I'd love to see it. Maybe Benavidez just knows that, at least they might take better care of me at 100, the WBC, at 175 pounds, because they ain't going to mandate him to fight Canelo, or order him to fight. They're just not going to do it. Whereas at 175, they've no great love, I would imagine, for either champion. So they're not going to be, neither champion is going to be in the WBC protection program, put it like that. Neither guy is going to get, the Mauricio Sulaiman. It's all right. It's all right. You don't need to worry. I don't know since when did he become British, but you know what I mean. It's all good. You don't need to worry. I won't order a mandatory or anything like that. You don't. You can. I feel like I need a year out of the ring. You take it. We're not even going to give you a mandatory. They're not going to do that, I would imagine, with either of these guys. They're just going to be like, all right, you've just fought. Here's your mandatory. There you go. So maybe he just sees it as a quicker way of getting a title shot, quite frankly. Look, I like Benavidez. I like the fact that he's moving up to 175. I would like to see him against Canelo. Now it just means, who is Canelo going to fight? If Benavidez is at 175, fight Munguia. Next best fight. Says he won't fight a Mexican, I wonder, will he change that now that Benavidez has moved up? And quite frankly, Munguia is the best fight you can do, probably at 168, because it's probably going to make the most money. I do not want to see him fight Charlo. I just do not want to see that fight. I'll take Munguia. I'll take it. It's crazy, because Canelo has beaten pretty much them all at 168. There's only Dave Morrell now after Munguia. I can't see him fighting Dave Morrell, quite frankly. And we could get into this situation again where it's like, okay, there's another David you got to fight. Why ain't you fighting him? But we'll wait and see how that situation unfolds. Let me know what your thoughts are. Benavidez going to 175 to fight Alexander Gvozdyk. Do you give Gvozdyk a chance in that fight? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Lads, I'll leave it there. I hope you enjoyed it. Peace.